Well, living on an island is really cool, but you have to do some maintenance. And today it's time to do some of that maintenance, so I'm going to take you guys with me. But first we have to find some tools. Here you go. That looks like a good one. There's another good one. All right, we'll get some more of these tools and then we'll head out to the skiff. That should be enough. So as you can see here, we've got some buildup here, and our line is completely covered with kelp. So we gotta scrape all this kelp off today and try to get some of these barnacles and mussels off of our mooring buoy. So it's a pretty nice day, light winds, partly cloudy, which means sunny in southeast Alaska. So I figure this is a good enough day to do it, so let's get started. Only thing I'm fighting today is horseflies. Come on. Here we go. So this is our mooring ball, right? It's got a big shackle that's hooked up to our anchor line. Here's our anchor line on here. Right? So our anchor line that goes down to the anchor's inch and a half. Goodness gracious. A lot builds up on here. Damn horseflies are trying to get me. Once you get like 10 feet down, then everything kind of stops growing. You just got to get this first little bit, at least so far. I'll come back later with a chop back and just chop all these muscles up. Flies. Ooh, that one got me. All right, that's the end of it right there. Well, I say that's the end of it. That is not the end of it. This is the time you want to inspect your gear. The shackle looks good. This little thing looks good. I tie. So here's how this works. Here's my. We've got a 1,000-pound anchor down on the bottom, right? And then we've got this, like it's almost 1.5 inch line that comes up to the mooring buoy. Right, and then I've got this thimble, and the mooring buoy is attached to the line with the anchor. And then I have the 2 lines that go off of this eye here that we tie the boat to. If that makes sense. And that way, if we lose our mooring ball and the boat's still tied to the eye, then we'll still have everything here. We can just put a new ball on. That's my thought process. So we got the ball cleaned off. We've got about 10 feet of the line cleaned off. Now we got to clean these 2 lines, because this is what I was really worried about, were these lines that hook to my boat. They've been getting weighed down with this kelp. And I've got little floats on it, I've got little buoys hooked to these 2 lines to keep it afloat, but the kelp's getting so heavy it's starting to pull the buoys down. Let's get over here and get a little better picture. How's that? good. And so what I did here was I tied 2 off because I always like to double up just to make sure that if one fails, I've got a backup. But they kept getting wrapped around the buoy when they were separated. So I took this fire hose a few months ago and took the fire hose a few months ago and tied, I think zip tied like 3 or 4 of them on here to keep these things together, and that has really worked. We haven't had any issues with this wrapping around the mooring buoy anymore. Thought I was going to have more build up. Hey, knock it off, fly. So these seashells work really nice because you can clean. Well, this one's together. Let's split it open. These are really nice because you don't have to use anything metal to get all your grub off. So just use these seashells, and that gets all the, I mean, it doesn't matter, barnacles, whatever. This cleans them off real good, and it doesn't really cut into your line. Man, these flies are out of control. Oh. Alright, well, we're getting close to the end here. Oh goodness, now I need to pull both the little skiff out and the big boat and pressure wash the bottoms of them and get all the barnacles off. The big boat just went in for a 200-hour service a month ago, and they pressure washed the majority of it, but they had a hydraulic trailer that they got it out of the water with, and it had 4 big like 2x2 pads that the boat rested on, and so those sections did not get pressure washed, and we've already got some more growth coming up on it right now with the barnacles blooming and everything. So we'll get this out here in a couple days and get everything washed off and cleaned off. We had lost 10 miles an hour before they cleaned it off, because we were typically cruising around 30 to 31 miles an hour at like 4,400 RPMs, and before, you know, right before we took the boat in, man, I was doing like 25 miles an hour at like 5,000 RPMs. So I was definitely getting some drag off of all the growth on the bottom. This little skiff's really come in handy. I wanted to thank Jeremy because he was the one who sold it to us, and man, it was exactly, oh, that fly, it was exactly what we needed. Yeah, you can see the fire hose. I just zip tied like 4 of these little guys, like, you know, a couple feet apart, and it has really worked out well for us. Now the other thing I need to do, I don't think I'm going to do it today, I'll do it next time when I pull the boat out to wash it, is on my shackles in the front. On my shackles in the front of the boat, on the big boat, I want to zip tie those shackles so the pin doesn't work out. I mean, the likelihood of it working out is pretty slim, but just to be on the safer side, I figured a couple zip ties and some electrical tape wouldn't hurt anything. Well, that's pretty much it here. Look at that. I really gotta get the shop back over here and clean this mess out. We'll do that when we get everything pulled out and we're pressure washing the bottom of this stuff. Hey, flies, go on. But if you guys want to get your lines real clean, seashells, that's the way to do it. Doesn't fray anything. It's not like using like metal on it, so we've been doing it for years and it's worked out really well. Our old neighbors, Craig and Millie, were the ones that gave us the idea. When we first moved out here, they were the ones who pretty much like took us under their wing and kind of gave us all the ins and out on what they do and how it works for them and why they do it. And they lived out here maybe 20 years, I think, so they definitely knew what they were doing. So like I said, I have these little hey, fly, come on, hey, I want to say. So like I said, I got these little floats on the end of this line, and all that kelp was just weighing it down, and these things were starting to go underwater. So it was definitely time to clean them off, and so here we are. It should be working good now. Let's get these last little pieces of muscle off here. I was going to have more barnacles. That's why I brought the seashells, but it still came in handy because they definitely will clean your lines off for you. I think that's it. Alright, let's get this thrown in the water. Whew. Now, goodness gracious. We have definitely made a mess down here. These little guys. All right, well, this is going to be a short video because tomorrow I'm taking all right, this is going to be a short video. Tomorrow I'm taking Steve Homestead and maybe one other guy out fishing again. We're going to try our hand at some halibut. So wish us luck. Anyways, remember, live free. We'll see you guys next week.